What's up, guys? It's Token Black Kid here to talk about a subject that I definitely find interesting and I want to start kind of a dialogue on, I guess, or just hear other people's opinions. So let me hop into it. So the underground rap scene is no stranger to gimmicks. Gimmicks, clout chasing, memes, these have all been used as ways to blow up, ways to get your name out there, ways to start careers, honestly. So by the 2016, and while you can really argue the nuances, whether it was 2015 or like 2017-18, where underground rap really started gaining popularity with the masses, 2016 is a pretty good foundation or point to place. So I'm going to use that. But pretty much all around that era, the years before and after, you have artists like Lil Pump shooting weapons out of moving vehicles and just being generally publicly obnoxious for attention. Fast forward to the present day, past 2020, past 2021, the kind of new underground boom. You have way too many rappers to count, doing way too many gimmicks to count. But once you look past all the underground media pages, all the Twitter promo pages, posting whatever, you get to a very, not even interesting is the word, but just confusing artist who's been gaining traction recently in 2024 mainly. For those who don't know, Holottacheese is a quote-unquote underground rapper who's been, despite having zero talent, zero skill, and really not even a real discography, has been exploding in the online scene and all the corners where underground rap thrives. Essentially, a few months ago, I believe it was from Underground Sound. I could be mistaken. I'll probably throw it on the screen. Her song was promoted, and it got a lot of, I wouldn't say backlash, but just people kind of being confused as to why it was even being promoted. For context, I'll just play a snippet of the song.
Do you like the taste? Bitch, I'm fucking crazy. I might catch a case. I'm on pike and third with fiends and I ain't got no mace. Bitch on your whole rainbow screen. I said fuck Memorial Day.
So that's definitely enough of that. As you can see, this goes beyond like parody or like, I don't even know. Like, this is literally a social experiment almost. Her team must have went and thought, if we make the most unserious, ridiculous, awful, mind-numbing music ever, but put an attractive face behind it, can we garner an audience? Then they had their budget, they had their puppet, and boom, this is Holottacheese. It's kind of hard to find anything concerning Holottacheese. She's on a new YouTube account. She had a few posts which are just basic ABG, Pacific Northwestern Asian girl posts that she took down, I guess, to fit the more rapper lifestyle that she's true to, So despite her being basically unknown, her having no traction on SoundCloud, no traction on YouTube, definitely not on Apple Music or Spotify, she has, I think, 2 Zoop placements, definitely one though. She has, I believe, 2 Edward Skeletrix features. She has a Noah So Cold, I believe that's his name, which if you don't know, that's Che's videographer. She has a video by him. And this is pretty new. This is why I was kind of waiting to make this video to see if anything developed. It did. She now has she modeled for Yori, which is a popular like streetwear thing that apparently has terrible quality. That's like popular with the TikTok people. But yeah. So now you may ask, after 4 minutes of me kind of rambling and just explaining, giving context, what did I make this video for? Do I hate Holottacheese? Am I jealous? Do I wish I was in her position? But the reason I made this video is because I think it's actually kind of unfortunate. The case of Holottacheese shows that gimmicks always win. So I'm going to use an example here. It might not be seen as the best, but it's just someone I could think of. If you don't know, Elijah What the Fuck is a pretty, I wouldn't even call him popular. He's semi-popular with like the, I believe he's affiliated with Slime Crew, Osama Sun, all those guys. What I mainly see him get interaction through is his posts through Tubman Underground, which I'm not sure it promos, but yeah, he gets pretty good natural, authentic promotion and fans through Tubman. And then also there was kind of a trend of him, his songs being put like South Park or like Minions. I think it was South Park, like a South Park AI voice would sing his song and it would go viral. Like the TikTok would have more views than his most played song on SoundCloud. So that's an example of gimmicks being used for good. Gimmicks being used on an artist who like actually cares and then actually puts time into the craft, that actually produces music and has a fan base, is a real artist basically. By the way, this is not just for Elijah. I'm just using him as an example. You can literally replace him with like any underground rapper that you think deserves more recognition, deserves to be getting pushed pretty much daily. Mine would be Doo-Wop King. As large as he is, and like even though he has a really strong cult fan base, like I still think Doo-Wop deserves more recognition. He dropped an album this year that was so good, and like no one talks about it. So Elijah is only an example. So yeah, replace him with anybody. Replace his name with anybody in the scenario. So now imagine instead of, you're just working on your craft, you're networking in the underground, you're getting features, placements. Imagine you don't do any work. You have a team for whatever reason, and they pay a bunch of pages to post you, and then you have your devil magic working. You get a bunch of inauthentic people following you. You get a bunch of BS placements. Basically you just bullshit your way into actually being an artist and actually having something to put your name behind. Basically a pay to win artist in the underground, as funny as that sounds. That is Holottacheese. No work, no effort, no talent, nothing. Just there. And I mean, boom, you're pretty face, so you blow up. And although this is a pretty popular opinion, like people don't like her music, obviously, unless you're like a simp or whatever. But this is probably going to be seen as a pretty, I don't know, it may be interpreted as like a hating video, like yapping about nothing. I don't mind that, you can definitely have that opinion. But like, this is really sad because every day there's a popping underground SoundCloud rapper with like 200 plays. Like, one of the hardest artists you will ever hear, you might never hear, unless it's by complete chance. And then we have this artist who is like a joke and doesn't care about anything, getting Edward Skelter's features and Zoot placements. Like, it's just kind of crazy. But you never know. I mean, we've seen Gimmick artists like, let's just say Brennan Jones. Brennan Jones was pretty disliked, but then gradually people started rocking with it, and then boom, he dropped the song Fashion Trapping, which now pretty much, I wouldn't say universally, but it's most of the reception towards the song is positive. He flipped the Gimmick into something positive. And to be honest, I would not really be surprised if next year we see Holottacheese actually putting effort into music and not just screaming into a mic and then having some decent production behind it and just trolling. But who cares, honestly? Like, it's just wild. Not even 5 years ago, we had artists like Summers, Can, Autumn, Goonie, Isaiah, all those guys. That was in 2020, 2021. Now we have Holottacheese. Like, it's just crazy how much the production fell off. Well, not production, but how much the product fell off. Nowadays, you don't need effort, good writing, good production, influence, a backstory. You just need to be attractive, and boom, you got an underground following, because the underground is apparently a joke now. This was definitely a super not structured video, kind of ranty, kind of all over the place. I do apologize for that, but really, I'm not going to sit down and write a script to talk about a whole lot of cheese. Like, she isn't worth my time like that. I made this video in like 10 minutes. Yeah. I do have a lot of stuff I want to work on coming soon. Let me know feedback on this video, mic quality, editing, what you would change. I really want to improve my content, even though it isn't the most high quality. I do want to put effort into it, so yeah. Stay tuned for next time when I talk about something I'm actually passionate about. And this has been Token Black Kid. I'll see you guys later. Peace.